Hello, beautiful darlings. This is Mary Elizabeth with Sacred Love Tarot, and this is your collective general energy reading for today, May the 14th, 2024. Thank you so very much for turning up and tuning in, for liking, subscribing, commenting, hitting the notification button, and sharing. If you'd like to offer a blessing, you can do so through PayPal or Cashapp. In the description, the links to the description is below. So interesting, the devil. The Four of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. So this is kind of what I think. I kind of feel with this that some of you have been taken advantage of. Some of you have believed a person who said that they could help you, that they were honest and true, that you could believe them. I think it was the weekly reading for this week where we talked about the man with the fat cigar sticking his hand out, wanting to shake your hand, make a deal with you, kind of like a deal with the devil. But you don't know it's the devil because they're sly, right? Little lickety split there, talking about the goods and everything that they can provide. Meanwhile, they're in this headspace of deceit and trying to kind of decide what it is that they can take from you, right? But you maybe kind of have felt that there was something off, because the Four of Pentacles is about cutting oneself off, right? So the Four of Pentacles is about being in a space that you're kind of fearing of allowing anything in, right? This is what I've made. This is what I've created. Now I'm going to try to protect that from this enemy. I'm going to try to protect that from the person who has deceived me, manipulated me, trying to take from me. So unintentionally, you're not just closing yourself off from that person and their deceit and their bribery and their conniving and their shadiness, but you're cutting yourself off from literally everything that spirit has for you. I kind of feel that sometimes when we cut off people, we unintentionally get so scared of other people's motives and of how we feel and what we think, and we get afraid of all of the energy that was created around that situation, that we have a tendency just to cut ourselves off and really put up this wall to protect ourselves. And then we get into this Eight of Swords energy. It's not just the victim. It's also the, if I don't see it, then I don't have to admit that it's true, admit that it's real, admit that this person who I believed in is trying to seduce me, trying to deceive me, trying to manipulate me, trying to hurt me. So pretty much we have locked ourselves away, blinded ourselves, put all of these swords around ourselves. So therefore thinking that if we can't see what's going on, then no one can hurt us. And that's not a very viable way of looking at things. I mean, because they're still out there doing what they're doing. And if you refuse to face that, then if they continue to manipulate you and deceive you, then that's on you. You're allowing this bad behavior to happen by not facing the bad behavior. You're allowing this to happen by not saying, I refuse to allow you to manipulate me, deceive me, and use me anymore. I think you're a fucking asshole. I think you're a coward. I think that you're a manipulator, and pretty soon, a lot more other people are going to find out who you are, right? So this person is trying to not just manipulate you or harass you or deceive you, but also you maybe feel that it's your responsibility to kind of save other people from their deceit, and that's maybe throwing you off a little bit, right? I think that there are a lot of people who know who this person is and know what they're doing, know their lies, know their tall tales, and these people perhaps maybe refuse to tell other people about them behaving badly, and about which is why you may have become a victim of their lies as well. So with the Ten of Pentacles, it's like asking so it's not just throwing you off balance here. And the Ten of Pentacles in traditional tarot, the person is standing on the beach and there's two ships out at sea and there's a huge storm and the ships are bouncing back and forth. And you have the option of either going out there, risking your life to save them, or just letting whatever happens. So I think what's tripping you up is you're asking yourself, is this my responsibility to share with others? Is this my responsibility to shine the light on what this person is done? I mean, this person is attempting to throw you off balance and cause instability and imbalance in your life. So what do you do with that information, right? So there is something new coming back around. And like I said, perhaps maybe you've dealt with this person or other people have dealt with this person before, and there's a fear there of kind of throwing this person out there and allowing people to kind of see what's behind that ratty old nasty ass curtain. And up until now, no one has been able to do that because I feel there has been this fear of this person maybe being a power player and perhaps maybe jeopardizing people's finances or jeopardizing how people look at you or how people perceive you. Perhaps this person is a big player, but there is something coming back around. And Spirit is offering, this is going to go there, and Spirit is offering this to you. The Judgment card is ascension. It's an ascension. It's a phoenix rising out of the fire. When we think of fire and we think of the devil, we think of hell. So perhaps this person has put you in a position to where your life has become like a living hell, uncertain, insecure, doubtful, a victim. And perhaps maybe they've tried to deceive you or blackmail you or just kind of tell you, if you say anything to anybody about what I've done, then, you'll be something, your reputation will be ruined. And so you have this opportunity to kind of, on an emotional level, to kind of let it all out there. And there's this fear of doing it. And we have that 3 cups there. So there have been multiple occasions to where you have been on emotional level, kind of teeter-tottering with the thought of ratting this person out or not. But you have the strength and the courage to take that energy and to navigate it in whatever direction you choose. If you choose to go out there and tell the world that this person is who they are and that this is what they do and this is how they get one over on people, et cetera, then you have the opportunity to do that. If you choose not to, then you choose not to. But what I always think about that, how I always feel about that is that if we have the opportunity to tell someone of authority, just one person, all it takes is one person of authority who has the power to make a change, one voice to one person to make that change. And if you feel like you have the courage and the strength to talk to that one person about this one thing, that one person who has the authority, and it doesn't even have to come up in conversation about, let me tell you what this person did. You can say, let's say, for instance, I know this person who, and allow the questions to be asked and answer them if you feel comfortable about it. There is a sense here of peace for you. There's also a sense here of fertility for you as well. You could be pregnant. By the way, the 4 of Cups is about nurturing oneself, compassion and empathy, showing and sharing on a kind of like a blanket kind of thing. The compassion and the empathy and the nurturing, because you're not the only victim here. You're not the only person who this person has deceived and lied and manipulated. So there are, and if only all of you can kind of get together and kind of plant the seeds that need to be planted to get this person, I don't know, they're just rewards. That would be good, no? Yeah, maybe? So let's see, one more card. So fertility, we have, you have a lot of ideas here. You have a lot of ideas, and you have the freedom to express those ideas, right? We have this feeling of entrapment here, but the dragonfly brings the key, and we have the white dove of peace, and all ties are being kind of released, right? I kind of feel like that there has been perhaps maybe a conversation, and that you feel that you are no longer under the thumb of this person. You feel like you have the freedom the freedom, the courage, and the strength to kind of walk away from this and step into a time of balance and a time of ascension and abundance. But you have to have the courage to do that. You have to have the courage to say to someone, this is what this person, and if you can gather other people to kind of share their experiences too, that's more people sharing their experiences to kind of bring an end to this person's, or shine a light on this person's lies, shadiness. We have sun and stars. So we know the star card is about our dreams coming true. And we have the sun card here kind of adding a little bit of fuel to that, those wishes, those dreams, those desires, following one's intuition, and just recognizing that you have the freedom to create whatever situation you desire to create here, using one's intuition, having that heat, that fire, that nurturing from the sun, the moon, the stars. There's this alignment that's coming, is what I'm being guided to say. There's an alignment that's coming here. There's things that are happening in order. There's this alignment, the sun, the moon, the stars, all lining up together to bring something of fruition, to bring about this fertility, this peace, this freedom. We also have water magic, and we know that when we talk about water, we talk about nurturing, empathy, compassion, imagination, a little bit of creation there too, allowing yourself to be imaginative, allowing yourself to nurture that imagination, to nurture that creativity, allowing yourself to nurture. We have a lot of, I feel, opportunity for freedom here, an opportunity to be more open with that 4. An opportunity to stand up and stop being the victim with the 8. An opportunity to be more balanced with that 2. An opportunity for transition and transformation with the Judgment card. And an opportunity to get out of complacency, fear, or comfortability with the 4 of Cups, because Spirit recognizes that you have the tools to create the change that is being asked of you here. And I feel with the Water Magic card, there's this sense of nurturing oneself and nurturing others. We have the sand dollar here, and sand dollars for me have always been about abundance, about prosperity, but in a way I kind of feel they're also about magic as well, and also about connecting to one's angels. If you've ever found a sand dollar on the beach that is no longer living, and if you've shaken it, when you dry it out, you shake it, and there's this fossil in the inside, and if you were to break it open, please don't break it open. I love sand dollars. Don't destroy it just to see the little fossil in the inside, which looks like an angel. So when I look at sand dollars, I see them as Spirit's way of saying that you are coming into fruition, that your dreams are coming to fruition, that you're coming into a time of fertility and a time of peace and a time of freedom and a time of abundance if you allow yourself to do so, if you allow yourself not to be manipulated and deceived by whoever that devil energy is, seduced by whatever it is that they think that you want the most. They could think that you want money the most, so they offer you that. They could think that you want a new house, so they seduce you with that. Travel, they seduce you with that. Whatever it is that devil thinks that you want, they're going to try to seduce you with it and tell you that I can make this dream a reality, when in reality they're only trying to get from you what it is they want by lying and deceiving. So remember that when people start, or a person starts offering you these things that sound a little bit too good to be true. We also have a seashell down here. along with the sand dollar. We're on very solid foundation here with the rocks, the water in the background. It's just beautiful and calm. You may be very connected to lakes, oceans, rivers, and if that's where you feel you get your power from, where you feel refreshed, renewed, rejuvenated, I would suggest perhaps maybe going down to a body of water, a beach, an ocean, a lake, a river, a stream, a pond. We also have this fish here, this cat mucking about with this fish, and we have this cat with a fish bowl up here too. The fish in the bowl, that kind of gives me distraction vibes, because when we if we saw this like happening, say for instance you're doing something and you have a fishbowl and your cat starts mucking about with the fishbowl, you're going to stop what you're doing and you're going to go over there and be distracted, by that. So what I want to say is not to let the distractions on the outside manipulate or distract you from the energy that you are using, your fertility, your peace, your strength, your courage, your freedom, your transition, your transformation, your abundance. And that could be how they kind of manipulate you and deceive you, right? If you don't do this for me, then this has the possibility of happening, and you don't want to make me angry, and you don't want to make me sad, and if you don't do this, I'll be sad, or I'll be upset, or I won't be able to do this, this, and this. There's so many ways that people manipulate and deceive people to get what they want, and when it goes on for so long and people ignore it, that gives them permission to continue to do it because they know no one's going to say anything or do anything. It's like when you give I'm going to share an experience. I was in a domestic violence relationship from the age of 19 to 25. And every time he hit me, instead of me leaving, I made excuses for him. And those excuses allowed him to think that he can continue. She isn't going to tell anybody. She's going to forgive me. I'm the father of her children. She loves me. He used that as a manipulation tactic to keep me under his thumb, to keep me afraid, scared, insecure. And there are some people who are like that. We give them chance after chance after chance after chance. And the reason why they do what they do is because we continue to give them those chances. I was briefly married to someone whom I thought we were going to be forever, and he cheated on me. And even though he apologized, I couldn't give him that second chance, because if I gave him the second chance, there was no guarantee that he would never do that again. So it devastated me, and it broke my heart, but I left. And so I know people talk about how everybody needs a second chance, but sometimes those second chances are the permission that these so-and-sos need to continue to behave badly. They see those second chances as you not being loving and kind and forgiving, but you being gullible, and they take that forgiveness and they use it against you to manipulate others or continue to hurt you. So sometimes second chances are not the best way to go. Sometimes the end just needs to be the end, and freedom just needs to be freedom. I hope that helps. Sorry, I got a little long-winded. Know that you're divinely guided and loved.